The Brisbane friends of murdered French student Sophie Colombet have told of the heartbreaking moment they told her parents and boyfriend about Sophie's violent death.
Over the last 6 months, the state of Queensland has been rocked by the violent murders of 4 young international students in the Brisbane CBD. The victims were Mina Narayanan from Singapore, Sophie Colombet from France, Yoonji Ban and Min Tae Kim from South Korea.
Hi, my name is Isaac Parker. Over the next few minutes, we will explore the story of one of the victims, the effects that these atrocious acts have on international students, universities, and the community, and what can be done to prevent this happening again.
Each year, more and more students from across the world come to QUT to achieve their academic goals. Leaving their families behind, they travel miles away from their native country to begin a new life in Brisbane, Australia. But how different is it living in Australia as compared to their home country?
I feel the study, the environment here is really good for studying. Yeah, better than in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Naturally, events such as these can have a huge impact on the community. So we spoke to Graham Bagley, the manager of International Student Services here at QUT.
The role of International Student Services at QUT is to provide support for international students from pre-arrival right through to graduation. So it covers things like airport reception, accommodation, orientation, and then any support services are required for the duration of their course. It's pretty obvious in terms of how a international student community will benefit the university, because if you look on campus, it's just so multicultural.
The international community of QUT is an integral part of the university. Through foreign exchange programs, QUT welcomes a large number of international students every year. The obvious financial benefits, however, are not the main purpose of the international student program. Having a broad range of nationalities on campus has many benefits, both academically and culturally. Based on figures from QUT's 2013 annual report, international student enrolments in 2013 accounted for 15.7% of the total student population. However, is Brisbane still a safe place for international students to study?
It was a growing concern for me.
I wasn't too afraid. I stay in a good location at South Bank, so it's quite secure. And I make it a point not to go out too late or hang out in the valley too late at night. So I'm just a bit more cautious, but not much of a change.
Given the range of issues that come in the wake of these tragedies, it goes without saying that additional precautions need to be taken.
The loss of Sophie has affected staff, it's affected students, it's affected people who knew her closely, but also other students who identified just very strongly about a young woman their age doing the same thing as them.
Well, when I found out about Sophie Colombet, it was very worrying because I'm wanting to go on a student exchange myself to France, but it's really concerning that an international student going on exchange can't feel safe in the uni that they're visiting.
I was a little bit surprised that she was attacked, really, and especially in Brisbane, it doesn't really occur too often.
It really did frighten me because it's not that far away from here.
Mina Narayanan was a student at QUT studying a Masters of Business. She was 27. What was your involvement with the case of Mina Narayanan?
That was a recent case that involved all of our services from the point of contact with the brother before he flew out. We organised the funeral directors, organised the insurance, all that sort of stuff with the hospital and so forth. So there was a fair bit of nitty-gritty work to do, so we helped him with all of that. The Vice-Chancellor was very much involved. He wrote a letter of condolence which was sent to Singapore and read out at her funeral there, and they appreciated that.
In the wake of these tragedies, the safety of international students is something that is lacking. It will need to be improved to avoid any further heartbreaking loss of life.